Good morning. If you're new here, my name is Krista. I empower people to overcome codependency. We're doing a daily coaching tip today, and I'm using the Wisdom Oracle, Chakra Wisdom Oracle. Let's see what we've got. Wisdom. All right. And if you watch the daily tips daily, this is the deck that I cannot find anything in the guidebook. I'll work on that. But wisdom. We've been talking about this week gratitude for the challenges in our lives and how it causes us to grow. And that's where we get wisdom. It's unfortunate that wisdom can only come from experience. And as they say, experience comes from making bad decisions. See how this all goes hand in hand? I love that about using the oracle cards to get the daily coaching tips because it follows a pattern. We become wise through the choices we've made that haven't worked out the way that we had hoped. And many times, that wisdom is very hard earned. You do not get wise through, when I said experience. So you can have experience at something, but you don't gain wisdom until that thing goes wrong. And the most wise among us have led extremely chaotic lives of pain and struggle. And unfortunately, before we reach wisdom, many times we repeat cycles over and over and over because we don't have the wisdom to understand why it keeps repeating. And the way things tend to work is that we start off in this life as a blank slate. And then as children, from birth to around age 7, we pretty much just absorb everything in our surroundings into our subconscious mind as normal. So no matter how well intentioned your parents were, they gave you some baggage. And in that period of time, we start school, introduce more baggage. Some of us were raised in religion, baggage. Yeah, that's where those repeating patterns come from. It's belief systems that were developed in our subconscious mind before we could even make a decision about what worked for us, what was good, what was bad. We just took what we were told and we're like, okay, like a sponge. So what happens then, our life path becomes overcoming all of that garbage that was put into our subconscious mind to gain wisdom, to understand who we are, what works for us, what we believe outside of what we were told to believe. And that is also a very painful journey because we uncover truths in that journey about ourselves, about others, about the world around us that can be hard to accept. And the reason we continue to repeat the patterns is because of a thing called cognitive dissonance. And that is your brain's way of trying to support the beliefs that you already have. So that subconscious is protecting what was dumped into your brain as a child. So you have a really hard time opening your mind to new things. And it takes a while and several rounds of the same issue to really start to shake that loose and start accepting new information, new perspectives, new options, new possibilities of beliefs about yourself, about others. And what we tend to find out as we go through this process, as we go through this journey, we become very wise. But it's when we stop resisting the new perspectives and the new beliefs and the new possibilities And so much of that is ingrained in us as a survival mechanism that we're not consciously aware that we're doing this. And when you actually dive into the psychology behind it and you start understanding how the brain works and how the wounding is created and how the beliefs are developed, you don't have to spend as much time gaining the wisdom. You don't have to repeat it over and over and over and over and over again, because the understanding comes well back in the process. And this is something that I did not know. So my wisdom has been hard earned through experience and making bad choices. And the beauty of that is that at some point, for most of us, there comes a breaking point where it's like, this is dumb. I cannot do this anymore. I refuse to accept this as being my life. From this point forward, some stuff's going to change. You like that? I didn't say it. I'm getting better with the profanity. But when you reach that point where something in your soul snaps and you're like, no, this is not my story. This is not going to continue to be my story. And if you've ever heard the song from Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten, I love that song. Because from this moment forward, the rest of your story is unwritten. It's up to you. And if you take the time, understand that none of us have to reinvent the wheel. There is someone on this planet who has the information we need to do the thing we want to do, to make the change we want to make, to learn the thing we want to know. It's there. So, myself, mine was stubbornness. And also coming out of codependency, there was shame. I didn't want to talk to someone else about what I'd been through. I was ashamed of what I'd been through. I knew I was an intelligent person, but I'd done some dumb stuff, you know. I mean, anyone looking at it would be like, that was dumb. But I didn't realize why. And so I actually went and instead of going to see a professional, I became a professional to heal my own wounds. Again, reinventing the wheel, wisdom, you know, it's available either way you want to get it. But I feel like we're being encouraged at this time to look around us, expedite the process, go to the people who have the answer. It's interesting because on this card, and I know it's a little far away if you can see it, this woman is going to this very old man. So she's seeking wisdom from someone who has the life experience, who's been through what she's going through, and asking, how did you get through it? Not reinventing the wheel. And we live in an age when information is everywhere. It's at our fingertips. So if you're struggling with something, if there's an area of your life that you're seeking to improve, a challenge that you're looking to overcome, and you don't yet have the wisdom to do so, seek someone who does. Save yourself the time. Expedite the process. Lean on someone else's wisdom and experience to help you get where you'd like to be. I hope this helps. Thank you for joining me. I will talk to you soon. Love and light. Hey, would you describe yourself as a people pleaser? Do you have trouble setting boundaries? Just feel exhausted from taking care of everything and everyone around you and feel like you always come last? Have you just been kind of going through the day-to-day motions, but you're not really living? There's just no passion, there's no adventure, no fun in your life anymore? Then this is the offer for you. If you'd like to make 2023 the year you become unfuckwithable, and just for fun, I've got the definition here, when you are truly at peace and in touch with yourself and nothing anyone says, does, or thinks can bother you. Meaning that you are so firm in your power and so certain in who you are that no outside influence can deter you from living the life that you truly desire and deserve. And if that sounds like the way you'd like to live, Click on the link below to get more information on how you can make 2023 the year you become unfuckwithable and start living the rest of your life as the best of your life.